Well, let's get to those details now. Stop recycling promises and begin to fulfill them. That's the warning coming from the General Secretary of the Textile, Garment and Leather Employees Union, Abraham Kumsin, to the Trade Ministry. According to Mr. Kumsin, who is appalled by the posture of the Trade Ministry towards their concerns about the collapsing textile industry, government has reneged on its several promises to the union on countless occasions and only returns to them rehashing and presenting them as something new. Mr. Kumsin says until governments appropriately address their concerns, they will continue to mount pressure on government.
We heard him give promises, the tax stamp, the restriction of imports, then the task force going into the market to go into, and that is good. But you know, these promises are becoming too many. And we know that because of the threat of the coalition of the textile workers to picket at the presidency, he feels he has to quickly come do something. So what we are going to do, if it will mean that every week we have to remind him of that promises, we will do it. And we will seek media's support to let the minister and the government know that this time around we will not take their promises. It's becoming too much. They recycle promises and they continue doing that. We will not tolerate that. And they have given 1st September for the operations of the task force. And that is what we are going to keep reminding him. If every week we do it.
Well, information available to Joy News indicates the ministry has called the members of the union into an emergency meeting of the matter. Let's get onto the phone lines for the latest on this development and speak to Mr. Abraham Kumsin. Sir, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. So, first of all, you're saying that you continue with the pressure that you're putting on government, and you talk about rehashing promises. Exactly what are you looking for this time?
Oh. The problem we have with some of these politicians is that they can easily promise doing something, and if you rely on them, you get disappointed. So we suspect that what the minister said is one of those things, the promises that they've been given. And no result.
Well, for those of our viewers who have not followed or not heard what the minister has said to you, what I'm asking is for you to let us know exactly what you want. They've made a couple of promises to you, and you have issues with imitated fabrics coming out from outside the country, sometimes from Chinese, etc. But this time around, you seem not to be buying any of the promises they're giving you. But exactly what are you looking at? Exactly what do you want them to do for you now?
What we were looking for, allowing the task force to go to the point of sales to carry out their duties.
Okay.
We are not asking for anything because you're talking about stimulus package. Stimulus package, okay, but stimulus package, no amount of money will be pumped into the system and it will yield any result.
Okay, so even though government has promised to push in some money, push into this industry some money that will accelerate it, you think that that is not the way to go? You want
no, you see, if they give the money out, it's not all the textile companies
that will get it
asking for money. You see, because we put money there, and you must make sure that that money doesn't go waste. Because why? If you are filling a drum with water, you mobilize all your household to fetch water into the drum, and you are not getting it to the level that you expect. Don't you suspect that there could be leakage somewhere? You fix the leakage before you continue with your filling of that drum. But the challenges that the industry is facing has to do with the counterfeiting, the pirating. So if you give them money, yes, they'll take it. But eventually, this money will go away.
And the problems won't stop.
That first and foremost, they have to address the issue of the pirating, smuggling, counterfeiting, and all that.
Okay.
Before this money comes.
And you think that the best way to do that is to get the task force at the entry point?
That is it. That is it. That's what I want. They have mentioned the tax stamp. That's okay. Restriction of import. That's okay. But even if you put in place all these measures, and there is no, measures to monitor and ensure that the task force, the tax stamp, policy is applied. The tax stamp is being used by the traders. Who will check them?
Okay.
Who check them? So we are saying that.
But the approach of using the tax force, has it not been used before, and how effective was it?
Oh, it was effective. It was effective until 2017, when they reorganized the task force in October 2017, and the mandate given to them was for them to operate at the entry point, that is the borders. And the task force, how do you expect the civilian task force to go to the, moreover, they know that these goods do not come by the approved entry point. That is approved. They don't use that entry point. They are passing through the bushes and the rivers so it's not easy for a civilian to and even how many of 17 people are they going to form the human chain along the borders? It's not possible. So we are saying that these goods end up in the market.
Okay. So we understand that the minister has called you into a meeting this afternoon, and you're on your way to that meeting. Is that correct?
Oh, not today, but we are to pick the letter. We are told that he's organizing the meeting on 1st June, the town hall meeting or something like that. But this meeting is good, because the thing is that it is going to alert him, going to remind him that the timeline that he has given, the promise that he has given, 1st September will not pass. They will not extend that 1st September. Okay. And so when we get to that place, we will remind him, and we plead with you, the media, to continue every week in your bulletins, remind the minister for us. We plead with you.
Mr. Kumsin, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. We'll come to you when you meet with the minister to find out if you came to any conclusive agreement. Abraham Kumsin speaks for the Textile Workers Association there.